Come on. Come on. Hey, it's What Up Doe, the What Up Doe, the What Up Doe Show. Yo, what up, though? It's your boy OG Tim Wilson, and you are welcome to the What Up, Though Show. I am here with my boy Big Ed Wayz, and I want to say what up, though, to all my people celebrating a birthday this weekend. Happy birthday to all of y'all. And everybody out there on the come up, I hope you get your come up on the come up, because everybody deserves to come up every now and then, man. We got a great show lined up for you tonight. And with no further ado, let's get this party started. Yo, what's going on, Big Ed?
Nothing much. Just chilling.
He thought he was muted. Hey, what's happening with you, Wayz?
Man, not much at all. Just sitting here relaxing, doing my thing.
Maxing, relaxing, and seeing what's happening. So I this week I had an interesting day, but most interesting I want to say is that I've got my baby mama tricked me again. She told me Peacock was free, but really what the truth is, if you watch the episode, the Bel Air, like her and Big Ed was convincing me, and Dijon, you can watch the first episode for free. Then you got to pay for the shit. Peacock is not free.
No.
But I will say, I watched the first episode, and I went on and bought Peacock because I had to keep watching it. Then it hooked me. It got me.
I told you.
Drew me in. So if you haven't seen Bel Air, it's a worthy investment. Check it out. Excellent show. Excellent. Cool. Very, very cool. Very creative concept for a show. And yeah, I enjoy it. I enjoy it a lot. It's very good. Very deep. It's deep.
Jeffrey is a motherfucker, man.
Hey, but the best part is the fact that Will Smith is an EP on there.
Yes, he is. That's a very important tad bit to it, because it is basically it's not really a reenactment of the original. It's like making the original Fresh Prince of Bel Air into a real story. Right, and so it makes it more realistic, more dramatized, but it's the same story, taken from a different, presented in a different way, in a more serious manner. The characters are more lifelike, more realistic, and more serious.
Yeah,
instead of a sitcom where everything's just funny.
Yeah,
not the case here. Shit's real. Is one little fight with some serious shit.
Yep.
So that said, man, let's go ahead and do this. Everybody ready for it?
Let's move my bottle.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Yes, there we go. Yo.
Oh, yes.
Woo! Need to wash that one down. That burned me up. First I want to start it off on a fairly somber note, man. I want to give a shout out to the Brown family. Actor Johnny Brown died today at the age of 84. Actor Johnny Brown is best known as Mr. Bookman on Good Times, the superintendent of the building. Not the superintendent, but the maintenance man, right?
Yep.
And Mr. Bookman passed away today at the age of 84. They didn't say why. The family just posted on Instagram a confirmation that he had passed away and asked for privacy. And so there's no details as to how he passed. But at the age of 84, I guess I don't need any. you've lived a full life, and rest in peace. Rest in peace, Johnny Brown, aka Mr. Bookman, man. You left a legacy. So on the other hand, Brittany
Griner.
Griner. I always call her Grimes. Brittany Griner. You know who she is. She's the probably one of the top WNBA basketball players of all time. I mean, she was a champion in college, a champion in the pros, and a champion in the Olympics. She talks like a man. She's about 8'3". She got arrested for drug smuggling. For smuggling drugs to Russia. What the truth is she had a vape in her backpack or in her carry-on luggage that had weed oil. What's your thoughts on that, man? What's the first thing comes to mind when you hear that story? Big Ed, you seem to be versed on the story, so let's hear you.
On one hand, it's Russia trying to have a leg up on America right now, trying to hold something over us. On the other hand, she's facing 10 years for having a fucking vape pen.
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck is wrong with people? A vape pen.
Yeah. Because it's international. It's because it was crossing international borders, and so that makes it that trumps up the charge.
I could see if she had 100 vape pens.
They said vape pens. They did not say just one, but they didn't say how many.
Yeah, it doesn't. That would be a misdemeanor charge anywhere here in the U.S. So I just think it's them trying to have something to negotiate with.
What's your thoughts on that, Wayz? You can either address the angle Big Ed took or just take your own path here.
Well, I got two ways of thinking on this. I'm kind of split. First way is it's kind of similar to Big Ed. I hate to be the one to do it, but it's just me. Sorry. Will she be the first POW of fucking World War III? But on the other hand, I find it kind of funny they would try to lock her up for 10 years in a country that is known for vodka, knife fights, and Russian roulette. How the hell you gonna lock someone up for narcotics when your whole country's history is violence?
Well, the same can be said for us, though, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely. We're a prison population. It's expected for you to get locked up here.
Yeah, I always said that the laws were created by those that took over this country. They sat down and they wrote down everything they did to conquer America and made it against the law so nobody could take it from them. That's my theory. That's how I think the laws were written. Okay, how did we get this country? We did this. Make these things against the law. Now nobody can take it from us.
Yeah.
I tend to find both that take extremely interesting because I do find it interesting that it's happened in Russia and now. My first thought out the gate was, why are you carrying vape pen on a fucking carry-on luggage? What are you doing? Why? Buy the shit when you get there. You know somebody. You've been over there long enough. You can get the shit when you're there. A. I put my gummies in my luggage, not in my carry-on. So if I'm gonna get busted for it, you're gonna have to go through my bags under the plane. Mm-hmm. Right? I popped one before I got home. Popped one on my way into the airport, and then threw the rest in my fucking luggage that I checked in, not my carry-on, my checked in luggage. So therefore, I don't have to run it through that damn X-ray where y'all can see gummies in my fucking luggage and say, what's up with this? Where the dog's at sniffing the gummies? And then even if it's the wrong shit, then I still can't eat them because now I got dog nose on them. So that was my first thought. And my second thought was similar to you, both of what you said. I guess the second part of what Big Ed said, 10 years? Are you fucking kidding me? For a vape?
That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
I wonder what they give me right now.
So allegedly she's still locked up because she hasn't been heard from in 5 days. Since
Their season's about to start. Don't she play for the Phoenix Mercury?
She plays for somebody. I don't know. But she also plays in Russia. That's why she was over there.
Oh, okay.
Serena Williams has a venture capital firm. I actually had planned on skipping this story, but I just mentioned it now because as I read it, it just wasn't interesting enough. The headline looked great, but the story was really not all that interesting. Anyway, I'm just going to skim this story. We ain't going to discuss it unless you want something to say about it. Or Serena Williams, her venture capitalist firm, has it reached $111 million. Where they invest in people with creative and ideas and some shit. I don't know. Anybody? She looks a little bit better now, right? I mean, that's all I got. You got it.
Oh shit.
You add $111 million to that. It looks a little better.
Yeah.
Anybody, if you got anything to say about that, I really had planned on skipping that story.
Not much to say about it.
Serena, call me.
Yeah.
Don't call me Serena. I don't need a woman with bigger shoulders than me.
$111 million will make those. Will help me get my shoulders up.
Oh, yeah.
Carrying our $111 million will build my shoulders up, so I'll deal with it. I wonder if she stank. I don't know. I heard that she stank.
Most female athletes do. They perspirate a lot more than any other female.
Yeah, that's what I heard. She has perspiration and body odor issues.
She smelling like a man.
Look, as long as she don't take her jaws off and smell like Swamp Thing, I don't care.
That's it, man. I'm going to take a very short break because I'm so tired. I feel like I'm on a gummy, but I'm not, and I don't have any gummies, and I'm upset about it. But we're going to do a quick short break, and we're going to get into a couple more stories. Trust me, the stories get better in the next segment. So brace yourself. This is the What Up Though Show. I'm Boy OG Tim Wilson, and that's Big Ed, and that's Wayz, and we'll be right back.
Yo, my gear is whack. I can't go out like that. You can get the look. No, I said my gear is whack. I can't go out like that. You can get the look. I said my gear is whack. I can't go out like that. Where's the spot where they got all that fat gear? The look. You can get the look.
New gear arriving daily at the look. Lay away now for Christmas, so don't be shook. Come check out the new leather jackets in all kinds of colors and sizes with plenty surprises. New selection of that polo. Yo, Yo. And also got a new selection of that Willie Esco. Gear for the kids to adults. Everything in the store is 15% off. Brand names like Pelly Pelly and No Limit. Fubu and Mecca, now you know we all up in it. Boss and looks, straight for the thugs and the ballers, buying drinks for the girls in the club.
Say what? Don't stop now.
All right, for real, I gotta admit, I hit that by accident. I didn't mean to play that, but since I did, I just want to let the people at home know what you just heard there. That's my late friend, Latone Hart, and I doing a commercial that we won an award for back in the year 2000. That is a commercial for a store called The Look. I can say that because it don't exist anymore in Janesville, Wisconsin. And I freestyled that commercial. They gave me a list of things I was supposed to say. We were supposed to put into the commercial. Latone put that beat on, and I just went down the list and freestyled that whole commercial. One take. And that's what that was, man. And that was early on in our relationship. That was one of we had a few bonding moments, and that was one of them. And then eventually Latone and I got to be like inseparable. But yeah, rest in peace, Latone. Much love. And I will be in Lake Charles, Louisiana next weekend, fellas. So I will not, my show will not go on. Maybe I'll go on from there if I get a chance to. But I will be in Lake Charles, Louisiana, where Latone Hart will be presented an award. So I will be there present for that.
You gonna get the hard drives?
Yes, and I will. Yes, I'm going to get all the hard drives, and so yeah, it's gonna be very. I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to seeing Dez, which is his ex, and she's gonna speak, and I'm gonna help her with her speech, and I'm probably gonna go up with her because she's not comfortable public speaking. So yeah, I'll kind of pick up the slack with her as we accept his award for him at that ceremony.
Hey, is that going to be live streamed anywhere?
I have no idea.
If you find out, could you find out and let me know?
If I find out, I will probably not let you know, but I'll tell.
Bro, you definitely just.
I'll tell Wayz and keep you out.
Hold on, I just had an echo. Am I hearing an echo? What the fuck? All right. It felt like I was talking into a can for a second. That fucked me up. Now I don't even remember what I was going to say.
Wayz and his new shit that he can't figure out for the life of him. So anyway, yeah, if it's live streamed, I'll let you know.
Okay.
What were you saying, Wayz?
I absolutely forgot because I thought I was talking in a can for a second. I don't remember now.
So why you got this echo going?
What?
I'm just playing.
Man,
all right. So here is a story that I found the most interesting story of the week. Pissed me off a little bit, but my boy Mike Thorpe said it best. You just got to move on, let it go, move on, do something, go another direction. You'll be all right. Prince's estate has made an announcement that Morris Day and the Time can no longer use that name. They can no longer use the name Morris Day and the Time. So I'm a little confused now because they can't take the man's given name from him.
Right.
So he can still be Morris Day because that is really his real name. Right?
Yep.
But he can't use the time. And he can't be Morris Day in the Time. I don't know if he can't use Morris Day as a stage name. I don't know how the Morris Day thing will play into this. But I do think it's kind of fucked up, though, that Prince's estate did this.
Yeah, I think it's just the Time name that they can't use.
Here's the thing. Prince's estate has been on nothing but bullshit since he died.
Yep.
They have not done anything to honor this man's name, the legacy he's created, and the people he's helped to create their own legacies. They have done everything they possibly can to slap everyone in the face and say, "Give us your money," because my dad, my uncle, my grandfather, fucking made you. His estate are just a bunch of greedy little bitches.
I mean, it's like almost $70 to get into Paisley Park right now.
Damn.
So, and then didn't they sell his catalog to Jay-Z, the vault to Jay-Z?
Yep.
Did they?
Yep.
Mhm.
That's why all his albums come out on Tidal first.
Yeah, okay. That is
For the most part. They've got to work where Jay-Z gets anything new that comes out, but they own the catalog to all of his unreleased albums and unreleased music.
yeah. So how does that work? How does that work, Joe? I don't understand. I don't understand that completely.
I still really don't even understand it completely. From all I know is that from the legal standpoint, they own all the music. It's just first dibs essentially goes to Jay-Z and Tidal as far as releasing that music and distributing.
Okay. I would like to give the exact statement that Morris Day said. So this is why it's not necessarily a pushback on what you said, Big Ed, but just to clarify, this is the exact quote. This is the statement that Morris Day released. I've given 40 years of my life building up a name and legacy that Prince and I came up with, a name that while he was alive, he had no problem with me using. I literally put my blood, sweat, and tears into bringing value to that name. In fact, he booked me on several tours and many jammed-packed nights at Paisley Park under the name Morris Day and the Time. Not once ever saying to me that I couldn't use that name configuration. However, now that Prince is no longer with us, suddenly the people who control his multi-million-dollar estate want to rewrite history by taking my name away from me, thus impacting how I feed my family. So as of now, per the Prince estate, I can no longer use Morris Day and the Time in any capacity. That is the exact statement as it was released by Morris Day.
That's fucked up. That they're trying to take that man's name away from him.
That sucks, man. The
That's
time
his identity.
So I'm so with the okay, so the Morris Day and the Time. Okay, so you can't be Morris Day and the Time, but can you be Morris Day?
He wasn't really clear.
That's what I'm not grasping.
Yeah, he wasn't really clear about that in his statement.
Yeah, because the way his statement makes it sound is like he can't even use the Morris Day.
It kind of comes off that way to me as well.
Yeah.
But that's his given name.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'd be in the court.
But he did, and every time he mentioned it, he used the entire name of Morris Day and the Time. So he didn't just say Morris Day. He didn't just say the Time. It says Morris Day and the Time cannot be used. So it's very. I don't know exactly how you do that, but I mean, just be Morris Day.
You know what? I'd do it anyways.
I wouldn't.
I wouldn't, no. Because you'll end up losing a lot more that way.
But where does it? I mean, is it in paperwork that Prince owns the name Time?
Yes.
Yeah. That's why they're able to do this.
Oh, okay.
The only thing he has in his that he's able to do is bring him to court and hopefully drag it out until they run out of the funds.
Well, he's not. They're not going to run out of funds, but he will take it to court, and hopefully he can win it because of the work that he did to build up that legacy, and hopefully he does win that because he deserves to be able to use that name. They deserve to be able to use the name Morris Day at the time. They did earn it.
Yeah, it's been their name for 40 years.
Thank you. Come on, man. And that's from what I understand, that was the reason that when they did the last album that they did, they didn't go by the name The Time. Anybody remember what name they used on the last album that they made? They did a comeback album.
Yeah, wasn't it just last year?
No. They did a comeback album a while ago. The entire group did a comeback album, but they didn't use the name The Time. Anybody remember what they called it? It was the album with the song. I think "Jerk Out" was on that album. Stop Googling. God damn it! I hate when Big Ed do that shit. Just if you don't know, you don't know.
I've already said I don't know.
I know. So stop Googling. You don't know. Joe, you?
I don't know.
All right. Well, it was the original 7.
That's smart.
That was the name of the group. If you looked at that album, it's titled the name of the group on that is the Original 7. That's the name of the group, the Original 7. So use that name.
Yeah,
I would
go forward. Use that name, but also
Morris Day, and the Original 7.
Yeah,
boom, you win. And fuck you, Prince, the estate. Not Prince, but his estate.
right.
yeah.
As he said, Prince didn't do this.
No,
That's a money grab by the motherfuckers, though.
Yeah. Prince didn't do this. The estate did. So Morris Day and the Original 7 and just roll with it. Now what you gonna do? So that would be, to me, that's the solution there, because then people know who it is. This statement has made its rounds, so people understand why it is. Now it's just a matter of doing what you got to do.
Yep.
That said, should I go serious or should I go to something else that's kind of light?
Serious and end light.
That was kind of serious there.
Yeah. Keep it
So
serious.
I'm gonna go a little more. I'm gonna go a little more serious.
Okay.
Because I don't know if y'all heard about this, but when I tell you I was immensely offended by this, and it gave me very interesting and mixed feelings about what's going on in the Ukraine. And that is the discrimination against Black people in the Ukraine.
Mm-hmm.
So they were bringing these transportation into Ukraine to get people out, but they will not let Africans out.
Mm-hmm.
The African civilians has to stay. They are not allowing any of the African civilians out of the country at this time. So they were in line, in the front of the line, and they put weapons on them and told them to step back because the Black people are not allowed on this bus or whatever form of transportation they had. They're not allowed on the bus. It's just for the white citizens only.
Mm-hmm.
Yet here we over here feeling sorry for these motherfuckers. And it really, really offended me to see that. I have very mixed feelings about what's going on over there. I don't know how to feel. I don't know if you were familiar with this or not. But if you were, speak on it. If you weren't, speak on it. What's your thoughts?
That that actually gives me even more mixed feelings about it. Because long-standing joke here in Minnesota is the treatment that the blacks here get from Africans. Here in Minnesota, Africans come over here and they act like they better than us. Like we're not the same black for some reason. I don't know why, but they act like we're not the same black. Now in a different part of the world, they're finding out, yeah, we're the same black. We're the same black everywhere.
Here's the thing. This is nothing new at all. Black people have been dealing with this. Africans have been dealing with this for a long fucking time. They've been dealing with this in the Ukraine. They've been dealing with this in France. They've been dealing with it in the UK. It's just the world's run by white people, so you don't hear about this shit. This is nothing new. The Ukraine has been trying for decades to get all African-born people out of their country. Now, the moment that they're fleeing their country, you know what? Nah, y'all could keep it. This doesn't surprise me. It's no different than Israel. It's no different than the UK, France, everywhere else. To be honest, black people have gotten treated better in fucking Russia, sadly, than they have in just about any other place.
Yeah. That's interesting, but Big Ed, you make an extremely great point. That's very interesting that you said that because I've experienced that as well when I was in Houston mostly because there's a lot of Africans in Houston, and you are correct. They do look at themselves as a different kind of black, so to speak, as you put it. White nigga, dark nigga, like nigga, faux nigga.
Yep.
Still
Right? Exactly.
still nigga. They got to still. They thought they was OJ. I'm not black. I'm OJ. Okay, motherfucker.
Still nigga.
Yep.
So yeah, they. But that's a good point though, Big Ed, because they do see themselves as different from us. Because in there, I see why. I do get that there is a difference where they came over, we were brought over, we were enslaved, they were not. They still have a close contact with their culture. They can still speak the language where we can't, and we don't have that same touch to our original culture, our African culture. So I get that, but still nigga.
Exactly.
You still a nigga wherever you go. You still gonna be a nigga.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, damn, I can't think of a better way to put that, man. I'm gonna take a short break here. This is the What Up Though show, man. Y'all tuned in. Stay with us, man. I'm the boy OG Tim Wilson on behalf of Big Ed Wayz. We'll be right back. Yo. What Up Though show. Yo, it is the What Up Though show, and me and Wayz are back, and Big Ed has disappeared. He does that every time we go to break. He disappears. It's what he does. It's his thing.
Had to get some ice.
See, he is the most unstable just person ever, man. He just go.
Unstable.
Fuck away, he disappears. He always this Big Ed. All right, we're about to go to break. And he be out of there, man. And he out. And then here is coming back, and sometimes he'll run back and be on camera when we come back. But
What did Bernie Mac say? When it's time to break, we break.
yeah, whatever, man. All right, so Kodak Black. Y'all familiar with him?
Yep.
Yeah.
He was on the podcast and they were talking about hygiene, and he said that men don't need to shower every day. He does not shower every day. He said, I don't shower every day. And men don't need to shower every day. I like the pregnant pause there. Face.
I kind of agree with him.
Okay.
I don't shower every day, but
I figured you would. For some reason, I had the feeling you would, of all people. I said Big Ed is probably on in line with that statement. He probably agreed. Go ahead. Let's hear you. Let's hear it. Let's hear this.
if I shower, okay, there was a period of time where I showered every day, and I had the motherfucking driest skin ever. I stopped showering every day, and now my skin is naturally moisturized. Every 2 days.
That nigga stink. Joe.
All right. So, y'all already know I'm a little bit on the different side. My whole belief behind this is science-based. Women absolutely have to shower every day because of an issue called pH levels. pH levels are unstable. Therefore, one day without showering, all of a sudden she's got the mustiest pussy in the world. Now, men, on the other hand, it depends on how much we sweat in a day. If we sweat, just a little bit, just about an hour's worth of sweat in a day, you need to shower every single day. But if you don't really sweat much at all, you don't have much of a reason to shower because you're not creating a smell until that second day begins.
I would just like to say Minnesota is loaded with some nasty motherfuckers.
Hey, it's cold as fuck up here.
It's cold here too, goddammit. That's why they make lotion. I don't give a fuck. I shower every day. There's a thing called your ass. Wash your ass. That's what it is. A thing called wash your ass.
You never heard of bird bath?
I don't know if you ever heard of it, but it's called wash your ass.
Look, fuck that. I'm gonna hip you onto something that I was hipped on too. And I was hipped onto this by some old school G's. Baby wipes ain't just for babies.
I tell you what. I'm gonna hip you to something that
Oh, we can't hear you.
I'm gonna hip you to something else. Wash your ass. Well, the baby wipes ain't for babies. Get the fuck out of here with this.
It's like your volume just went all the way down.
Okay, I thought I was tripping here.
I can't figure it out. I'm sitting over here fucking with it. I thought it was just in my headphones.
There you go.
Yeah, no, but this ain't where I go because I had to turn my mic all the fucking way up for this. And I shouldn't. I don't know why. I don't know. I didn't change my mic levels. It just like dropped off. It was because y'all stink. That's what it is. For some reason, y'all start talking this old stank shit, and my mic said, I don't want to smell these niggas. I'm going off. I'm leaving the show.
Look, my stuff is purely science-based. And I'll be honest, I realized the big difference when I stopped showering every single day.
I have no idea what just happened, man. My mic just went like dropped. That was crazy. I thought it was just me. I thought I just couldn't hear myself, and there was something wrong with my phones. I think I'm back. There I go. I'm back. Okay. Yeah, it was. There's something. I might need a new mixer. I think that's the second time this happened with my gain button. I did a little wiggle on it, and the shit came back. So something's wrong with my gain. Anyway, y'all stink.
Nah.
Take a shower every goddamn day. Wash your ass, man. The fuck is wrong with y'all?
Dry out your pores. Make sure you're able to accumulate moisture in your own pores. And
it's called lotion, motherfuckers.
Oh, you got that Vaseline. Oh, bro, you got to use hemp. Hemp lotion's where it's at.
How the fuck would you know, you nasty motherfucker?
Because I use hemp. Hemp lotion is the only lotion I can find that does not make me have to use it again.
It does not clean your nasty ass. This nigga putting hemp on dried up shit.
Hey, I spent a year in jail. I know how to take a bird bath.
This motherfucker spent a year in jail.
Take a washcloth with some soap.
Walking around jail stinking might help you from getting fucked, but wash your ass in public, motherfucker.
Oh no, all you got to do is take a towel, wash the important areas, and you good.
You are not good, nigga. You stink. That's y'all nasty. God damn.
Hey, as long as you wash your pits, balls, and ass, you good.
No, that is not true. That is not the truth, folks. Kids, don't listen to that. Don't take that advice, man. Wash your ass.
Kids, just listen to the scientists. You know, science has advanced over the years.
No.
Take a shower every 2 days, and on the day in between,
shower every fucking day, kids.
the day in between, wash your pits, your ass, and your balls, and you good.
See, since I started working this job I'm working, I have to shower every single day. Else I smell like a fucking onion when I wake up.
Well, that's because you a cook.
Yeah. But on the other hand, if I was just doing graphic design, I might shower every other day. Why? First of all, I don't like people. So I don't go out in public too terribly much in the first place.
Exactly. I want to repel people away from you.
People were like, oh, dap me up. I'm like, yeah, keep your motherfucking hand away from me.
I would like to make an announcement. This is my last episode. I'm no longer associated with these nasty motherfuckers right here. Yeah, count me out. Yeah, motherfuckers nasty, man. Shower, folks. Take a fucking shower. Clean your ass. Yeah,
Ooh, yeah.
I did that on purpose for you motherfuckers.
Mic drop.
All right, man. Well, my mic is tripping, man. I my mic is going in and out. It's all fucked up right now. I have no idea what's going on. I'm gonna need a new mixer. I gotta do this. I'm gonna have to get me a new mixer. That said, damn, I am so sorry I brought that shit up. I had no idea I was on this show with nasty motherfuckers like this.
Look, he fucked up his whole mindset.
So, that's it. I want to read another quote for y'all.
Okay.
This time I'm going to read the quote before I actually say who said it.
Michael Jackson.
I married a narcissist who is a complete liar and a cheat, and I'm finally ready to speak my truth. Stay tuned. Hashtag gloves off. Anybody know who said that?
Melinda Gates.
Joe?
I'm going to go ahead and say Kanye West.
Wrong on both counts. It was Deelishis.
Oh.
Deelishis from Flavor of Love fame.
From Flavor of Love fame, who married one of the guys that was one of the Central Park Five.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's who she's married to. And she's now saying she is married to a narcissist who is a complete liar and a cheat, and she's finally ready to speak her truth. I guess I got a lot of thoughts on this, so I want to hear yours if you have any.
Did she get them booty implants taken out? That's the only thought I got.
She don't have implants. That's ass. I'm just telling you what I know. She's got her face. She's got some face stuff done,
Oh
And
yeah, you can tell she got some face stuff done.
got some face stuff done, and I think she had some titty plants, but the ass is the ass.
I don't know. I ain't got no thoughts on it.
Well, shit. Leave the dirty job up to me, because I'm gonna say what most people are afraid to say. This is just the same trend that's been going on with women nowadays. Their man is not doing what they want, not being the man they want him to be, so they find every little thing they can. Eventually, I'm guessing this dude got tired of it. He's like, man, you know what? I'm gonna fight. I'm gonna go fuck me a white chick. And that's exactly what he went and did. Now he's a liar, a cheat, this and that. When I'm pretty sure behind the doors before this, he was all kinds of other shit. In the end, it's always the man that's the problem. Not a lot of women like to take responsibility for their role in the relationship. More than likely, this is the problem that's going on. Is her lack of taking responsibility for her part into why her man decided to say fuck her.
Now I have a question for you, real quick. Are you familiar with the Central Park Five?
I am. I am very familiar with them, yes.
I want to know how somebody from the Central Park Five ended up as a narcissist after all the time he just did. Didn't they just get exonerated?
Fairly recently.
Mm-hmm.
I just got exonerated, but it's been fairly recent.
It's not that hard. They got all kinds of TV time and all that, and that's all it takes. We know.
They did a whole movie about him.
Yeah.
Did a Netflix series about him.
There's people out there that get on to one commercial and think they're a celebrity.
Well, they've done a documentary about them, and then they did an entire Netflix series that was a reenactment of it. About them.
And that Netflix series was really difficult to watch.
It was. It was very, very disturbing.
Yeah, I didn't get a chance to watch it.
You should. It's very disturbing.
I forced myself through it.
Very informative. But here's where I want to make sure y'all got it all out before I go in.
Go ahead.
Because I feel I got a few things. First of all, they got paid.
Mm-hmm.
So bitch, you follow the money.
Mm-hmm.
First and foremost, you win at he got you because he got the money, and that's how he got you in the first place. That's how y'all met, right? If it wasn't for the money that he got, you probably wouldn't have been there. You married him too soon. Mm-hmm. You got in for the money, and you got in, and he locked it down. Okay, so and it didn't work out. Now I'm gonna go a different direction that neither one of y'all went, and I guess because every now and then I it's because of critical thinking classes that I took in the past that I really found like super interesting, that I think a little different. I always think that to the next level, beneath the surface. Who is because y'all went to narcissist. Here's the part that I went to. Who is a complete, and complete is in all caps, who is a complete liar? Let that sink in.
Yeah, the emphasis on complete before liar is.
Let that sink in, because
I mean, he was.
I think all the way back.
Does that mean he told her something about the incident that put him in prison, in jail?
You see where I'm going with that, Big Ed? See where my mind goes? See how far back my fucking mind goes?
Yeah.
And she's saying that this motherfucker, she believes this motherfucker just might be guilty.
That's what I'm thinking.
And if he is, are they all? Does she know something? Did she find something? Did she see something? Did she learn something? Or is this just on the surface. This is just talking about their relationship between them and their relationship. He lies to me all the time. But if he's a complete liar,
Yeah, what else is he lying about?
and how long is this motherfucker? If he's a complete liar,
See, for me, I guess I didn't even look at that just because when
I
it comes
know.
to a matter of divorces and breakups, I always go to, well, what's the purpose behind it? What do they have to gain from it? And that's my automatic go straight to what do they have to gain? Where
Oh, she got millions to gain behind it.
exactly, and that's where I went. It was like, all right, so he could have never ever cheated or done any of that shit, but it's her word against his word in the name of the court, and U.S. courts tend to go with the woman, anyways.
I guess for me, I don't care, man. My mind goes deeper. My mind went straight to the murder that you got off on.
It wasn't only just a murder; it was a rape and murder.
It wasn't even a murder. It was just a rape.
Yeah,
A girl still alive to this day.
yep.
But there wasn't there a girl and a guy though. I thought the guy got killed. It was just a girl that got raped.
Yeah. A guy got beat up not far from there, and they were within the group of people that beat him up.
But they beat the guy up.
Yeah. And then all of a sudden she got raped in the same park. And that's where they came into play.
Yeah, I just find it very interesting. I find it very interesting, and I look forward to hearing the rest of her story because she did end it by saying, "Stay tuned." # gloves off.
Basically, this is me again. More than likely, he's going to give her what she wants, and we're not going to hear a damn thing else about it.
I don't agree. Deelishis likes attention.
Oh yeah, Deelishis love attention.
I know Deelishis. I know Deelishis very well.
Yeah.
She likes attention.
Oh yeah.
And when she walks into a room, let me put it this way, and she's beautiful in real life. I ain't gonna, even before the face shit, she didn't even have to do that. I'm telling you, when you see her up close and personal, you say, fucking cameras don't do you justice.
Didn't she have a straight hand gap?
No, this motherfucker is incredibly fine. No, she don't have a gap.
Yeah, that would have made her even more attractive to me.
I thought she did have a gap when she was on Flavor of Love.
Oh, that was New York. New York got the gap.
You laugh, but women with gaps give the best head.
Hey, no, fuck that. I don't like New York. New York's straight bitch.
Bro, this motherfucker walked up when we first met. She walked up behind me and she was looking for directions. She was like, excuse me, how do I get out of here? And I turned around and I was like, oh shit. And the only reason I recognized her right off, I had just saw her on television the night before. That's why I noticed right. I said, oh shit, it's Liz. And she's the kind of person that wants to come give you a hug and this, that, and all of that shit. And she wants the attention. She loves attention. She's fine as fuck though. She's gonna get your attention. I think it's gonna be interesting to see what this book entails. I just think it's gonna be interesting because I'm interested in hearing whether or not this comment is just on the surface, or if it's actually deeper than the surface.
Right.
Because if it's deeper than the surface, she can start some serious shit.
Oh yeah. She's got 5 motherfuckers finna go back to jail.
They've been arraigned, and no, there's no going back to jail. They just will never be trusted again.
Yeah, she'll start some serious shit. They could. We're gonna get up out of here, man. Before we get up out of here, I got a game we're gonna play. I call it a game, but for the lack of the What Up Though Show game show, for the lack of a better way to term it, we're just gonna do something a little fun. I put it that way. When we come right back, this is the What Up Though Show. What up, though, show? Yo, we are back. It is What Up, though, show. I want to say big ups to Big Ed for not leaving the camera on this break. You know, whenever you call him on something, he won't do it the next time. You ain't gonna call him on the same shit twice. That's how he roll. You ain't gonna catch him again until next show.
It's all good.
Once you call him on something, he gonna stop.
I'm here.
He ain't gonna do it again. He didn't leave this time. He hung around. Said, "That nigga ain't gonna talk shit about me." I can't read his lips. He ain't gonna talk shit about me this time. What y'all say? I ain't coming over there. I ain't coming over there. Okay, so a study has been done. What'd you say?
Oh, sorry. I tried to turn my mic off before I said that. I'll say something to somebody else.
I heard that, and then I heard you just cut off. I'm like, oh shit, he fucked up. All right. What you got for us, OG?
It's always a little bit of technical difficulty.
So some experts, political experts, did a survey amongst the top political expert minds in the world, or in the country, not in the world. Historians. It consisted of historians, political scientists, and presidential scholars. They put a list of the presidents listed from worst to first. All right.
Okay.
Did anybody sneak peek at this list?
No, I didn't even know anything about it.
But I've seen a list like this a couple times before.
Okay, so here we go. Who do you think was the worst?
So far, Trump. Maybe Biden right now.
You're thinking too current. I'm thinking of the old dude who succeeded after JFK was killed. I can never remember his name. Former CIA director.
Nixon.
Hoover,
yeah.
Hoover. He's talking about Hoover. Actually, it was neither one of those. But I think it's weird though, because
wasn't Hoover during the Great Depression?
What?
Okay. Anyway, either way, just to get to the answer to my question before we answer Big Ed's, the president they picked as the worst president was Andrew Johnson from 1865 to 1869. He has the lowest overall rating. He became president when Lincoln was assassinated. He clashed with fellow Republicans over Reconstruction in the wake of the Civil War. He often tried to sidestep Congress and became the first president ever to face impeachment, even though he was acquitted by one vote. It's odd to me, though, because they only go 44, so it's like one is missing, right? Because there should be 45.
Yeah, Trump will be 45. It's like they just left Trump out of it.
No, where do you think Trump fell? He's in there. Where do you think Trump falls?
Shit, to me, he'd be dead last. He'd be.
I just told you he wasn't. Now where?
I'm just saying
you're wrong. So where now?
Educated guess as to where he was ranked by their poll.
Who did the poll?
I've read. Good Lord, Big Ed, do you listen?
All right, I'm going to say 13th.
Okay, for Big Ed, we're going to do this again. It's a survey of historians, political scientists, and presidential scholars who put together this list of the worst to first presidents of all times. And the worst president they had is Andrew Johnson from 1865 to 1869. Do I have to read that again for you?
No.
Okay. You say where?
I put him 43. Joe put him 13.
He's actually at 42. Donald Trump is at 42. But he has the dubious honor of being the only U.S. president to face impeachment twice.
Mm-hmm.
In the Siena survey, Trump received the lowest rank, 44th out of 44, in the categories of integrity, intelligence, and overall ability. His highest ranking was 10th, which was the luck category.
That's yeah.
So basically charisma.
Mm-hmm. Essentially, yes.
So he was very low on the list.
Who's number one on the list?
Well, before we get to that, I have another question.
Damn, I went in the wrong direction.
But wait, let me just say this. I was right. Herbert Hoover was the president for the Great Depression.
This man went on Google. We're talking about J. Edgar Hoover.
I'm asking you to not Google, man. That's all. That's all I'm asking.
But no, because I knew I was right
but that had nothing to do with the topic.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it did. Because Wade said that it was Herbert Hoover.
Mm-mm.
After JFK.
J. Edgar.
J. Edgar was never president.
There's another president then. Whatever. Moving on.
But Herbert Hoover, speaking of Herbert Hoover, he was number 36.
Shit, he would have been number 42. He put us through a Great Depression.
He was number 30. He was number 32. I mean 36 rather.
That's crazy.
Wait.
His economic management ratings drags down his ranking.
Yeah. And if we're going to say Herbert Hoover is the reason we had a Great Depression.
Months after his election, the stock market crashed and the U.S. spiraled into the Great Depression.
Exactly.
To me, this is how I feel about that. I always feel that if that's the case, if it happened months after his election, it's probably actually the fault of the president that preceded him.
Exactly.
And he was just a person that was there to clean up the mess and take the blame.
I was just going to say the same thing in
just like what happened when Bill Clinton left office and when the Bush came in behind him, there was this downfall in the economy. But if you were in the automotive industry, in the steel industry, you saw it coming before Bill got out of office.
Oh, yeah, because of NAFTA.
Right.
Because of NAFTA. So, but Bill didn't take that hit. The next president took that hit.
To say Hoover is the reason for the Great Depression is no different than to say Biden is the reason behind all of these high gas prices. It had nothing to do with the person that's in office at the time. It had everything to do with the policies and everything that was done in beforehand.
Speaking of W got number 33.
That's fair.
Bush got his lowest ranking, 41st out of 44 in the category of
intelligence.
Intelligence.
Knew that one was coming.
I knew that was coming. Don't get me wrong. I absolutely love George W. After seeing him after being president. That man's fucking awesome.
You know what? Here, well, you know what? You're right on point because his overall standing has inched upwards in recent years.
Mm-hmm.
After his presidency.
Yeah, no. George W., he reminds me of that uncle you want at the barbecue but you don't want him to be in charge of the barbecue.
It feels good. But you know what feels better? I don't know.
That ain't me.
That's not me.
Hitting overs, hitting unders, covering those spreads.
It stopped. Who stopped it?
That's not me.
That wasn't me. I ain't got no music that sound like that.
I don't know what the fuck that was.
Number 29. Richard Nixon.
Really?
He
I
would
put
be
him
number
higher.
40. He would have been number 41 for me.
He was extremely low for integrity,
Yeah.
but his accomplishments included ending the draft and enacting policies to protect the environment. He negotiated arms control with Russia and made a diplomatic breakthrough with communist China.
You know, yeah, I guess that is fair then when you put that out there.
His triumphs were overshadowed by the Watergate scandal, which stemmed from a break-in at the offices of the DNC during his re-election campaign.
Yeah. That's fair. I guess I can't argue that one.
Yeah. But that integrity, though.
27. It's Gerald Ford.
Really?
He was right after Nixon. No, Johnson was right after Kennedy.
Yeah, Johnson was right after Kennedy.
Yeah, Lyndon B Johnson. Yeah, you're right.
Ford ranked highest for his integrity and lowest for his vision and ability to set an agenda.
Ford was after Nixon.
Correct.
Mm-hmm. I can absolutely see that. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Number 26 was Jimmy Carter.
That actually kind of surprises me. I'm interested to see why he ranked so low.
Some historians have expressed admiration for Carter's pursuit of equal justice, but not for his crisis leadership.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't they have the gas crisis during?
Yeah, but I mean, they also had the prisoners that
Iran-Contra started under Carter.
Yeah, well, yeah, kind of, yeah.
Well, the hostages,
holding those hostages, man, that got out. As soon as he got out of office, they let the motherfucker go.
But that's because Reagan was working behind the scenes to cut a deal with him.
That's because Reagan said, "I'm gonna fuck y'all up if y'all don't give us our people back, and we ain't scared of y'all like this motherfucker."
That's the whole Iran-Contra shit.
Yeah.
But that was right after Jimmy Carter.
Huh. Okay.
And according to Republicans, the worst thing Jimmy Carter ever did was put solar panels on the White House.
So Bush's daddy was 21. H.W. Bush.
Mm-hmm.
He got high ratings for his handling of international relations.
Yeah.
He guided the country through the end of the Cold War and led a coalition to liberate Kuwait after Saddam Hussein's invasion.
Yeah. I can absolutely see that because he is a warmonger. He uses might. He used might in an iron fist to make sure America stayed number one at that time.
He lost his bid for re-election amid economic downturn.
Yep.
You notice there's been a pattern, right?
What's the pattern?
The economy starts to tank under Republicans, and it goes up under Democrats.
Number 17.
Okay.
Barack Obama.
You know, I interestingly would say that's a fair move. One of his biggest downfalls, at least in my opinion, I don't know if they had the same opinion, is his inability to come through on all the promises he's made on the campaign elections or the election campaigns.
I always felt it was his inability to stand up to the Republicans. But Obama's signature domestic policy accomplishment. I'm sorry, Big Ed, you was about to say something?
I don't know. I see it kind of different. He's in a different political era where Republicans is just like, fuck anything any Democrat ever wants to do, ever, period.
Yeah, and the Democrats feel the same about them. Yet,
Yeah, I was gonna say it's
Trump
far right
bullied-
or far left.
yet Trump bullied his way into doing his shit anyway. And
Yeah.
Obama.
Right now, the political era we're in is far right, far left. If you're a moderate or in the middle, you're pretty much a pariah.
Obama's signature domestic policy accomplishment was the Affordable Care Act, also known as Obamacare. It was unpopular with Republicans, but extended health insurance coverage to 20 million more Americans.
Yep.
His administration helped guide the country through the Great Recession and rescued the U.S. auto industry. Historians have given him weaker marks for his dealings with Congress and international relations.
One of the things about the Obamacare Affordable Care Act, Republicans were against it when they called it not the Senate and Congress Republicans, everyday average Republicans. They were against it when you called it Obamacare, but they were for it when you called it the Affordable Care Act. They never knew the difference.
I don't think that means
I
matters,
don't
though.
agree with that. I don't agree with that statement at all. But 16 is Lyndon B Johnson. 15 is Slick Willie. Bill Clinton.
I actually would have ranked Obama above Bill Clinton, but
Why so? Clinton's highest rating in the survey was for his willingness to compromise. He was the baby boomer president. Clinton was the first Democrat since Franklin D. Roosevelt to win a second term. And among other achievements, he proposed the first balanced budget in decades, reached a budget surplus. In the second term, he faced impeachment over his dishonesty about liaison with a White House intern who was caught sucking his
dick.
from what I would have put Obama above Bill Clinton for his integrity. And
probably did rank higher on integrity, actually.
Yeah.
And actually, I would rank Obama higher on principles. Obama stuck to his principles more than.
I don't know that principles was a category. When you say that, what do you mean?
He didn't compromise. He didn't compromise his principles.
I don't understand.
To make a deal.
He didn't make many deals.
He really didn't.
But that's because he didn't compromise his principles.
Okay. Well, I mean,
Bill Clinton sold out the whole Democratic Party and the unions by making NAFTA.
And he got high points for his willingness to compromise.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think
That's
I'd rather trust a president more who's able to compromise and work with the other side to get things done than someone who tries to force their way through based off of their own principles. I personally would have actually ranked Bill Clinton higher than what he is currently ranked.
I think Bill Clinton and all I think where he is fair. Again, I think he benefited from the .com boom, the internet. I think the internet boom helped him. He benefited from that. But at the same time, I go back to NAFTA, man. I think he gets very little. He gets a lot less criticism for NAFTA. I think that was fucking detrimental to the industry that Obama eventually had to rescue and got points for. So they gave him points for saving the automotive industry. And I think really that automotive industry got affected by the bad decision made by Bill Clinton.
Yeah.
Number 13, Ronald Reagan. Reagan scored highly for public persuasion skills and setting the national agenda. By working with Congress, Reagan was able to pass legislation that sped economic growth and strengthened national defense, advancing his vision of peace through strength. The years leading up to the end of the Cold War.
It also brought us Reaganomics. Which gives more money to the people at the top.
The trickle down effect.
And says, y'all will get some money after I make mine.
Yeah.
I didn't have a huge issue with Reaganomics personally.
I did.
I was taught to hate Republicans the way you do. I mean, I get it. You notice, if you notice a pattern, he's hated on every Republican you mentioned and loved on every Democrat. However, in reality, I felt I was more prosperous under the Reagan administration than I was under the Clinton administration. Period. John F. Kennedy is number 10. We're down to the top 10, y'all. Okay. I made it to the top 10 because I don't want to go on too much longer. This has been stretching longer than I expected. And I skipped a lot. You as you know, I skipped a whole bunch of them. Just because I wanted to get to Trump and Obama and then try to hit the big ones that we know. John F. Kennedy. Historians credit Kennedy most for his skills in public persuasion and his vision. He also rates well for crisis management and handling international relations.
Fuck, I feel like an asshole, but I'm going to say it.
Don't say it.
Oh, you know I got to say it.
No.
Please.
Nope. Nope. Number 9 was Harry Truman. Number 8, James Monroe. Number 7, James Madison. I'm just rolling through them real quick. These top 10. Come on, God damn it. The internet is slowing down. Number 6, Mr. Fireside Chat himself, Dwight Eisenhower. What was that? That was
Roosevelt. Franklin Roosevelt.
That was Roosevelt did the Fireside Chat. No, Eisenhower was the war man. Yep. Celebrated commander in World War II.
Also built the highways.
Energies as president largely devoted to the onset of the Cold War. Thomas Jefferson, number 5. Number 4 is my guy, the Fireside Chats, Teddy Roosevelt.
Nope.
Which Roosevelt was this Fireside Chat?
Franklin Roosevelt did the Fireside Chats.
Franklin Roosevelt did the Fireside Chats.
Teddy Roosevelt did the national parks.
Teddy Roosevelt was the youngest president in the nation's history and had the excitement and energy to convince Congress to pass progressive reforms and strong foreign policy. He exemplified by his motto, speak softly and carry a big stick. Yes, and he oversaw the expansion of America's national parks. Number 3. Who y'all think number 3 is? Y'all know the top 3.
Abraham Lincoln.
Abraham Lincoln is number 3.
I'm guessing number 2 is Georgie Boy.
Nope.
Number 1 is Georgia Boy.
Number 2 is the fireside chat man himself. The one
Franklin Roosevelt.
Yeah, he was number 1 to me.
Who was also a Freemason.
Yep.
And also searched for the curse of Oak Island. Search for the treasure on Oak Island.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. We're going to take your word for that. And number 1 is Georgie Boy, who's chopped down a cherry tree.
I started this shit. That's what he's saying right now. I started this shit.
Shit. That's the kind of thanks I get. So yes, he is. George Washington is the number 1 of all times president. So there's your list, folks. I didn't run down all of it, but I ran through a good chunk, and that was fun. I thought it would be.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Big Ed gets all into that, man. He was getting all mad because all the Republicans.
I'm a political guy, so
yeah, you're a Democrat too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I am a Democrat.
You have extreme bias when it comes to that.
Bro's more of the semi-far left. He's not far left, absolutely. He's not the guacamole bread type far left, But I'm the moderate independent up in this bitch.
And I don't give a damn.
I just believe that life is about community. Everybody helps each other.
Life is about pussy, housing, and going for a walk.
How to empower respect. So look, that was fun, man. But that's all I got, man. That's we're gonna get up out of here, man. That was a lot of fun. George Washington. By the way, just an interesting tidbit about George Washington. George Washington was a slave owner.
Yep.
In the days of slave ownership, the slaves had their names stripped away from them coming from Africa, so they adopted the last name of their slave owner. If you were on the Wilson plantation, your last name was Wilson. If you were a slave on the Timberlake plantation, your last name was Timberlake.
Yep.
If you were a slave on the Washington plantation, your last name was Washington. He did not have any children with his wife. How many? I just asked this question. Considering all of what I just told you, how many white Washingtons do you know?
None.
Nada, near nada.
That motherfucker done birthed all the Washington niggas in the world.
These white women, they ain't hitting the spot. They ain't juicy enough.
Yo. Hey, I want to thank y'all for joining us on the What Up Though show tonight. Think about that, man. I like to give a little food for thought to get in the show. This was it was a cool show. It was a fun show, informative. We're gonna have a little more fun next time. This time we were kind of informative, I thought. But that's it, man. On behalf of my boys, Big Ed and Wayz, thank you for joining us. We'll be back next week. Like, subscribe, and share. Make sure you join the What Up Though show group, and make sure you just let everybody know what we're doing, man, because we're having a lot of fun and we're giving you a lot of information in a fun way, and we're gonna keep doing what we're doing, and we do it because we do it for TV, we do it for YouTube, and we do it for YouTube. I'm out. Peace. Peace out. Pressure crease out with all that shit I usually say. Peace out. Pressure crease out. Keep the police out while I bust a sneeze out and I'm out of here like last year.
Just need to clear my mind.